for the President of the Senate to do, and I'm glad this is being recorded. Thank you.
If I might, Senator Longvine feels much the same way. I talked to him last night too, and he just, like we do, he wants to get the thing done and done. I think we're probably ready for a motion, Mr. Chair.
Is that better? Okay. Yes. Proctor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move that we suspend the rules for the purpose of considering Senate Bill 330 for passage.
It's been moved. Is there a second? Representative Dodson, all in favor say aye. Aye. Nays? Seeing none, it passes. With that, everybody's had a chance to look it up. Representative Proctor.
Mr. Chair, I move that we pass out Senate Bill 330 favorably for passage.
Heard the motion. Is there a second? Representative Dodson. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Nay? Bill passes. Are there announcements? Representative Dodson.
This is a little bit close to us now, but we were looking for an opportunity to visit Fort Riley. And when I talked to the CG the other day, he was just on his way out. I mean, they've got some important things to do right now, but there's a CG who came up to command the post while he's not there. They have a opportunity for us to visit on Tuesday the 12th or Wednesday the 13th. If you just let me know if you're interested, and I'll ask Carol to send a note out just to see if that fits with your schedule. And I'd like to be able to ask Senator Longvine and his folks if they'd like to join us as well. If it doesn't work out, that's fine and well. But for those of you that haven't toured Fort Riley, what we had in mind is a quick tour, just kind of see the historic post, then go up and look at some training, see the UAVs and the UAV hangar, and some of the electronics that they have now for training virtually. And I think everybody will be really impressed with that.
Yeah, for the new members, we've done that in the past, and it's really a good experience. Information wise, you get a good analogy of what takes place in the training and the facilities that they have, and the equipment that they have, the drones and so on and so forth. So the committee's done it before, but we have some new folks. So if you haven't done it, I'd recommend that you take this opportunity. What month was that for those dates?
It's April.
April. Okay. All right. So just kind of jot that down. If you can make that, I would suggest doing it because it really is a good tour. Thank you for doing that. Representative Clifford.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thanks to our VSO representative, I was able to tour the Bob Dole VA on Friday, the hospital, and a very impressive facility. To look at it from Kellogg Boulevard, you don't think anything's going on, but that's because of the historic designation. But on the backside, they're reconstructing everything. I mean, there's a lot going on, and I really like the way they're handling our fellow veterans there in Wichita. Very impressed. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing that. Representative Dodson.
One more thing. I don't know if you've all seen the announcement from the VA, but they've got several clinics designated. I think the number is 10, and you help me out if I've got this all screwed up, but I think there's 10 that are scheduled to be demolished, whether they need to be redone or whether they're in places where the population doesn't support them any longer. Then there's about a dozen that are going to be modernized, and then there's some that are going to be rebuilt or built new. So if you haven't seen that article, I can send it to Carol and have her send it over to you just so you can see it and keep up with it. And then there's a note from Bill Turner too that he had a visit right after that article came out that kind of tells us what might happen around Leavenworth and so on.
Yeah, if you get that to Carol, she can get it out to everybody. That'd be helpful. I talked to Mr. Turner last week, and it's very interesting what's going on. I think it would really interest the committee myself. Yes, Representative French.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Have we heard an update on the current status of the Soldiers Home in the Northeast Kansas?
There hasn't been any further information in terms of, oops, I'm sorry, Representative Proctor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So I talked to General Turner, I want to say it was last week. They have had a little bit of a hiccup finding two veteran service officers to be part of the panel, but they're still committed to doing that. One from the VFW, one from the American Legion. They're talking to the state chapter, trying to get the right fit for the panel. But they're still committed to picking a site before they submit the grant in April. I've also talked to the engineering firm that is doing the site analysis for infrastructure, and that it really infrastructure is going to be the meaning water, sewage, electric to the site is going to be the probably determining factor for where they choose to put the site, because a couple of the submissions just aren't supported by utilities right now. So they have not made a site selection yet, but he seems to think they're not going to have any problem getting that done before April. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Representative.
Further questions?
Mr. Chairman, may I say something?
Okay, yeah, Representative Proctor. Oh, I'm sorry. Was there
This
somebody
is
online?
Representative Victor.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
this is Representative Victor. Can you hear me?
yes.
Okay. Good morning and happy St. Patty's Day, everyone. I have a project that I'm working on, and I wanted to know if anybody wanted to help me. But for Armed Forces Day, I know it's in May, but I'd like to pick out a day and honor our veterans in the Capitol with donuts and coffee. If somebody had an idea or where we could do that, what floor or what day, I would love to do that for my colleagues that have served, and also our staff in the Capitol.
Anybody?
Thank you. You can just talk to me on the floor. You don't have to approach me or talk right now, but something I'd like to do in May. Somebody wants to help, that's fine. Just find me on the floor. Thank you.
Thank you. We will. Does anybody have any ideas, suggestions for this request?
I think the folks that make that request or make that happen are up on the 5th floor, but we can certainly coordinate that. And that's, if I recall, that's 24 May. Armed
24
Forces
May.
Day.
I guess the big issue on that would be is if we're still here, that's late in May. Generally, we're finished by then. But
Yeah, and I was thinking of having it for the beginning of May rather than wait till the last, because it's real iffy the more we day by day in May.
okay, I'll work on that with my assistant, and we'll see if that's what the possibility of that is. And you're going to furnish the condiments and that kind of thing, or
Yeah, I'm
what?
going to look for a sponsor.
Okay, so you're just looking for space then.
Oh yeah, I'll probably look for. I just wanted to know, like, maybe a day somebody might have had in mind or whatnot. But I'd like to do that when we can in May, sometimes early May.
Okay, do you have a phone number?
Yes, I'll give it to you on the floor.
Oh, okay, that'd be fine. I'll look forward to seeing you on the floor then.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anything further for the committee to look at or hear or seeing none? Like I said in the beginning, it's been a pleasure. This will be our last meeting, so appreciate all the help and all the interaction, and we'll probably be together again before long. So with that, we are adjourned.